Hi, I'm JustJaime, one of the creators for the APOL x JustJaime Earmuff and Toggle earphones for VRC. Thank you for buying the asset, and I'm going to show you how to install it now. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you've imported the latest VRChat SDK, the latest Poiyomi Toon, VRLabs Avatar 3.0 Manager, and you want to look at the instructions listed in the text document in the Unity package, if you're like me and prefer text over video. So over in Unity, you are going to drag in the Unity package for the earphones, and you'll get a new folder, JustJaime Earphones. And in that folder, you'll find the prefab. You're going to take that prefab and drag it into the scene under your avatar. Then you're going to right-click, unpack prefab completely, open up the prefab, and you'll see earphones constrained to head. You're going to click that, and you don't need to move it anywhere. You don't need to move anything in this prefab. Everything uses parent constraints. Speaking of parent constraints, here in the parent constraint, you're going to take your headphone and you're going to drag it into the parent constraint, and you're going to zero it out. As you can see, mine didn't move, but it's already in the correct place. When you hit 0, it'll center on your headphone, and you can adjust things as needed. To adjust the earphone, first make sure that is active is unchecked, and you can move everything around. You can resize it if you need to. You can rotate it if you need to. Just get everything in the place that it needs to be. After you do that, you're going to want to hit activate. Make sure you hit activate. Do not recheck is active. If you check is active, it will not actually keep the placement of anything. It will reset. Next, you'll want to click case and armature. As you can see, the case and armature starts off down here, but don't worry, we're going to attach that to a bone and get it in the place that it needs to be. So, you want to put the case on the bone wherever it is you want to hang the case off of. So for me, I'm going to be a little cheeky, and I'm going to hang the case off of the end of my tail. So I'm going all the way to the end of my tail here. Yep, there it is. I'm going to drag that tailbone into the parent constraint, zero it out. Uncheck is active, and then now, as you can see, I have quite a bit of placement to do, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, now that I've got the case placed where I want it to be, I'm going to hit activate, and now that will stay in place. Now, if you decide you don't actually want the case at all, it's perfectly fine. Just hit delete, case is gone from your scene. On the flip side, if you decide that you need more earphones, say for instance you're in a volley, feel free to duplicate and make as many earphones as you like. Place them wherever you need to. Just make sure that the earphones stay under earphones constrained to head, and also be aware that adding more earphones also ups your poly count. Okay, now everything is where I need it to be. And we can move on to the FX layer and the parameters. With the FX layer is the same whether you use right defaults on or off. Just be aware that the FX layer does start off with right defaults on. So if you use right defaults off, it's best if you turn them off using the VRLabs Avatars 3.0 Manager. Now in the Avatars 3.0 Manager, you're going to open up your FX layer. You're going to add animator to merge, and you're going to choose the earphone FX. Then you're going to hit merge on current. I'm not going to do that because, as you can see, I've actually already added it myself, but you will hit merge on current. Then you're going to do the same for your parameters. which are here. You're going to select the earphone parameters, and you're going to copy the parameters. The parameter is called earphone toggle. If you want to add it manually, you can also add it yourself. Then, as you can see, once it's added, the right defaults may or may not still be on. You should check this yourself. But if you use right defaults off like I do, you want to set right defaults off. There we go. No more mixed right defaults. We're all good now. And there you go. It's all set up as far as the FX layer and parameters go. Now let's move on to the menu. The menu is pretty easy. I include a menu asset in the Unity package. So you can just add this as a submenu to a menu you already have existing, or you can add it manually. It's up to you. And that's all. If you have any other questions, you can go and ask them on my Discord here at the Boba Tea Shop.